All right, I'm fashionably late. I thought that I would be on at midnight, and it's only an hour later, so what about it? I'm going to go post a link real quick into the Facebook page so people can know that I'm on, because at this point they probably think I'm not getting on. And then I'll tell you what happened and why I'm late. Let's see, we're going to the A3ZenZone on Facebook. I'm going to paste this link in here, and hopefully it'll bring folks over. Doesn't have a good thumbnail, but that's okay. Oh, maybe I should say something like, hey, I'm live. I'm doing the thing over in the place. Yeah, type that up real quick. I've been kind of experimenting with putting the YouTube links just directly onto the ZenZone page and seeing what happens with it. Not really posting video content over there, so there's not really anything for it to muck up, I suppose. But I want to see if people see it. Oh my gosh, come back, and all you guys are here. Hello. So I was planning on going live at midnight. We were on a sub live with our A-team supporters. Well, I should say Aaron was on a sub live with our A-team supporters, and I was snoring in the background for most of it. But when I woke up towards the end, I said, "Oh my gosh, I need to do a ZenZone live tonight." And Aaron was like, "Oh yeah, people were asking. They wanted to know." And so I was like, "Well, what are we going to do?" And people were saying color. And I told Aaron, I said, people are talking about wanting you to draw something that everybody can color. So he's like, "Okay, I'll go do that real quick." Well, real quick turned into an hour. So here we are at 1:00 in the morning. So we can't do this tonight, but check it out. This is the page, the coloring page that Aaron created for me. I said I wanted nature and animals. Doesn't this look like an actual piece of a coloring book? Isn't that crazy? And look at the adorable little bug family down there. And you can see my husband's signature, so you know it's his. But in order for you guys to have access to this, I have to upload it on our store where you can download it from. And that requires me to take a picture and upload it to an editing program and go through the process of editing and doctoring it up and making it a file that you can download. So that could not happen tonight. So I'm going to try and do that for tomorrow. So just keep an eye on the Facebook page. Once it's ready, I will put it a link to the store over there. And if you guys want to join me in coloring this tomorrow, you can go grab it and print it and join me for that. So tonight, I think we're going to just go back to crocheting Billy, the weird unicorn. This is how far I made it through Billy thus far. Looking a little weird. Doesn't look much like it should at this point. Oh, Tina says, "Yay, my markers are going to come tomorrow." Very cool. Perfect timing. I picked up some of these. Has anyone ever, I asked before, and not many people indicated that they've used them, but it's supposed to help with holding that yarn on the finger. So I'm going to give I'm going to give it a try tonight and see what happens. I think it goes this way. I'm going to back you guys out a little bit because you're way too close. Back up. All right, so we need our hook. And we need our instructions. Hopefully they're still up on the screen somewhere. Yes, they are. Okay. Oh, reloading. So round 9, I don't think we didn't do round 9, I think, because it was late and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't remember how to do this. It includes some decreased stitches. I'm going to have to kind of watch the video to figure out once again how those work. Let's see. Leslie says he should publish a coloring book. We've talked about it, but it's not quite as lucrative of a project as one might think. It actually takes a really long time because you have to put together like at least 50 pages. Most coloring books are even more than that. And then they don't sell for very much because the market's so saturated. There's so many people selling them. So, Amanda, so are you saying that Halloween page? Well, it's not Halloween. We can just print it. Yes, Amanda, you will be able to go into our store and grab it and print it right out of your printer and then color it. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. The cost of copyright. See, Michael, that's what we talked about with the coloring pages before when we talked about having him do some coloring pages like this, or like, well, what would an appropriate cost be? And I think most people said like $5, but the problem is you're downloading the file, which gives you the ability to use it to do things that you really shouldn't be, right? Like someone technically could take it and put it on a shirt or put it on a wall. And that's, when you're using an artist's work, you're not really given permission to do whatever you want with it. It's for the intended purpose. But there's no way to kind of police that once you let the artwork go out in the world. And so the only way that you can really, I guess, appease yourself with that is by charging more to cover the cost of use. And then it's like, okay, now you can do whatever you want with it because at least I've gotten, my value of my time and my work out of it. So yeah, it's a complicated issue for sure. All right, let's see here. I need to, okay, so round 9 is 6 single stitches and then 2 single stitches and a decreased stitch times 6. I just need to see this decreased stitch once more. Emily, we want to, I would like to put him on Fiverr. I told him I wanted to do that last year, but we've got to figure some stuff out, some medical stuff out first, because I can't, it's really hard to get him to, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea for him to take on professional work until he gets some things squared away so that he can give it appropriate attention and focus and do a good job. Otherwise he's just going to end up kind of making a bad reputation for himself. So trying to figure some stuff out and do some less kind of demanding things in the meantime. Okay, so you're going to put your hook in. Wait, should I do I should do those single stitches first because I think she did. Yeah, I should do the 6. I'm going to do the 6 single stitches. So it looks like, I mean, this should be right where I left off. And we might go over to this side. I moved my camera again tonight. Let me know if it's terrible. I've been playing with the angles trying to figure out what's the best one. I thought this would be a good angle for coloring. I don't know if it's necessarily a good angle for watching me crochet. Now look at this. That doesn't quite work, does it? It's like my finger needs to be sideways. How do we make that work? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. If I turn it around, it's gonna, oops. Oh, I guess maybe that way. Interesting. See how it hooks on there like that? Lynn says, I've never heard of woobles before, Nana, and now I see them everywhere. Yes, thanks to the algorithm. It works like that. It's crazy. Okay, so 6 stitches. Let's see. Let me go in here. I think in here, it's almost like they're on the outside edge. You see that? Like you would think they'd be right here, but they're kind of more on this edge. I had like a 45-minute nap while Erin was doing that live with the subs. Ooh, I like this. Oh, I like that. It stays on so much better than just my finger. It like really hooks it. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, do you know what happened yesterday? I was up really late with Sharon, and when I went to bed, I of course did what I usually do before I go to sleep and checked everything, right? Checked on our comments section and checked on just social media in general. That looks funny. Why does that look like that? What did I do? Oh, I see. I'm supposed to be going this way. Oh, goodness. Okay. Hold on. Did I just totally mess this up? Hopefully it was only the one. I'm going the wrong direction, you guys. Going the wrong direction. What am I doing? Okay. Now this makes so much more sense now. This is what happens when you take like a week off or whatever. You don't know what the hell you're doing anymore. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I laid down last night to check on things, and I noticed that our friend Tabitha had taken some new pictures, and she was looking especially, I mean, she always looks gorgeous, but oh my gosh, these pictures were like breathtaking. And I read the description on the picture to see like what she's up to, what she's doing. And it says something about Disney. And I was like, wait, what? She was in stinking Orlando And I didn't even know it because I just haven't had time to keep up with what other people are doing. She was here in Orlando. Like we could have gone to see her, and I had no idea. I messaged her and I was like, "Dude, you were we live here. You were just here." And she's like, "Oh no, I'm already flying away." She's on like this whirlwind book tour. So sad. What a lost opportunity that was. Could have had a hug. All right. Two. Guess I need to pay better attention. I've just had my head completely down the last couple weeks with all of this Mighty Network stuff. Just trying to get that going. So here's the funny thing. I've been putting so much time and energy into Mighty Networks because I thought that that was going to be like our saving grace right now. Get that up and running, get that stuff situated, and then, get back to work on creating new content for YouTube. And found out today while moving over some of our Patreon members that the payment situation is like 8 to 12 weeks because things go through the app stores like Apple, um what do you call it, like iOS, you know when you're on an Apple phone and you subscribe to something through the App Store, it charges through the App Store. And same thing for like Google stuff. And so it's all a month behind. Same thing as Facebook. Like our ad revenue on Facebook pays out a month behind as well. So you have to wait. You have to wait out that whole first month for it to accumulate, and then you have to wait until the following month to get paid. So it's essentially 2 months before you get paid. And I'm like, "Oh, this is not good." This is not good at all. So I had that rude awakening today. All right, so now I'm ready to do the decrease stitch. So let me watch this real quick and see. I need a refresher. I think it's the one where you just go through the back side of the V's, an invisible decrease stitch. Put the hook under the front. Put the hook under the front loop of the next 2 stitches. Okay, maybe I don't need to watch this because that's probably enough to remind me what I'm doing here. Okay, so 2 single stitches. I'm going to do 2 more single stitches. And then I'm going to go through the front of this one and the front of this one. Gosh. Yeah, that is takes some getting used to. And I'm going to do that 5 more times. Okay. Let's see. Sorry guys, I missed some comments. Yeah, it is a little frustrating because we're not set up to float that, time. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, but the problem is there's not, a choice in the matter. There's nothing we can do to to make it happen any differently. So I don't know. Just have to keep moving forward and hope that something else works out to make up the difference in the meantime. But it's pretty scary. I have to get my social media classes going. I've been putting that off because I've been working on Mighty Networks, and I think that would be a good chunk of income this month if I can get that up and running. I keep falling out. So that's 2. It's a lot, you guys. It's really overwhelming, and I really am doing my best to do all the things that I need to do and that people want me to do, and um, keep up with everything so we can pay our bills around here and just keep our life going. And it takes a lot some days to just. I was talking to Pete earlier, and like, some days I really do just want to crawl into the corner and crawl up into a ball and cry. But you can't do that, right? Because then things get worse. So you just have to let the frustration out and move on. I think that's 5. I think I have to do one more. I haven't really been keeping the best count, but I'm pretty sure this is number 6. 1, 2. I'm really liking this ring, you guys. This is really handy, helpful. Sorry, I'm not looking at comments just yet because my eyeballs are off over here to the left. I'll glance over there in a sec. There we go. Okay. So I think I did it. I think that was the 6 decreased stitches, and then I have to do 6. It says 6 more single stitches, but look, I'm way more than 6 stitches away from that marker. All right, something's wrong. Maybe I only did 5. I'll count them in a second. Let's see. How does super stickers work? Do you get it sooner? Auntie B, yeah, I think that comes in with our ad revenue from YouTube. So when we get paid from YouTube, which would be every month, then we would get the super sticker funds as well. Hillary wants to know if the Zoom workshops pay quicker. They do. That's why I was saying, like, I think in order to stay afloat the next 2 months while we're waiting for Mighty Networks to kick in, I'm going to have to really hit it hard with the video and the Zoom workshops. Like, I'm probably going to need to do as many of those as possible. I don't know how many people will sign up, though. That's the problem, because last time when we did the vision boarding sessions, the first one went really well, and then the next one had less people, and the third one had even less people than that. And it didn't seem like a lot of people there was just a handful of people outside of Patreon that did it. So I don't know. Hopefully the social media stuff will be more um, interesting to people. I mean, a lot of people have indicated interest, but that tends to be the way whenever you're selling something or you're doing lessons or anything that people need to commit to. They always say they're interested and then they don't actually follow through with signing up. So it's like, a smaller percentage of the people who say they're interested who actually do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. Oh, I'm way off. Hold on. How did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. That's 5. So I do need to do one more set. And maybe hopefully that'll do the trick. Good night, Amanda. Oh, thank you, Hillary. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you guys so much. Brittany says, I can't wait to see Billy the Unicorn complete. He's going to be so adorable. I know. I'm excited too. Oh, thank you, Hillary. I love having you in my sessions. It's good. It's good, good. You're very motivating and positive. Oh, no. I have to shorten this. I'm very excited for the social media sessions. I really am. I thought, well, I need to get Mighty Networks up and running first, and then I can focus on those. But now it's already like the 9th of the month. So I need to at least get up some dates so people can start thinking about it. And what happens is I tend to get caught up in this idea that I have to do things in a certain order or a certain way. And then I get very stuck on that. And it's almost like, I don't move forward because I can't do step 1. And so it's like if I don't do step 1, I can't do steps 2 and 3. And sometimes that's not really true, Sometimes I need to figure out how to let go of that. And I know that it's probably an autism kind of thing. But yeah, in this instance, I was thinking that I needed to do the 101 video first because it's like the basics, and then set up the deep dive sessions. And maybe that's just not how it's going to happen. Maybe if I set up the deep dive sessions first, people can sign up and get ready for that, and I can work on the video in the meantime. Three. Look at that. That worked out. Always helpful to go back and count your stitches. You always get thrown off, and then I realize everything is fine. 4, 5, 6. That's it. Okay, there we go. We did a whole round, and we made his head a little bit smaller by a few stitches. Erin isn't crocheting. No, Erin's not crocheting. Elaine, good morning from Northern Ireland. Yeah, I'm on here late, like every night. Usually around this time. Sometimes I stay up until 3 a.m. My time, which is another hour and a half from now. So if you're ever up at this time, definitely pop over and see if I'm on. All right, moving on to the next part. Rounds 10 through 14. Ooh, okay. So now we're starting to work on the neck. So we're going to go in and then back out again, create like a flare type thing. So single stitch, decrease stitch times 6. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the same thing over again. Okay. I think Aaron's drawing. I think he said he was going to draw for a little while. I keep having to remind him that he was asked to do commission pieces, and it would be incredibly helpful if he could get those done. That's another thing. I need to set up an automated system on our shop for people to purchase commission. We don't have anything set up right now. We've got a form, but I want to do like an automated checkout and stuff. So he just basically gets a ticket that says, "Hey, I've bought and paid for this, and this is what I want," and then he can work on it and ship it out. 3. 4. And 6. Yes, our Patreon Zoom is Saturday. Are you guys wanting to just do it with Anna? Is that what I think somebody mentioned that recently? I don't know if that's her plan. I can ask her tomorrow if she wants to do that. 1 single stitch. If you guys have the energy for it this week. Because boy, does she put you all through it. Oh my goodness. That is 2. Hillary, do we have to have our flying detective supplies? I think you might. Thank you, Lynn. I'm gonna ask her. Tina, you've got everything out just in case. Yeah, I'll ask her about it tomorrow, and if she's down, then you guys are in for it. How about that? She's got you guys doing like floor exercises and yoga moves and scavenging across your house for random objects you haven't touched in 10 years. And you guys do it all with a smile. Aaron and I are over here like, no. Uh-uh. Oh, let's see. I think this is 5, right? I'm gonna have to count again. It's so much easier to go back and count than try and keep track, to be honest. At least when I'm like talking, you know. I'm sitting on a dog. I know you guys are sitting on all kinds of crazy things. Anna definitely knows how to command a room. she's got that down pat. All right, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So one more again. You'd have to look for your travel bags. I know Sharon was all the way on the floor on a stuffy. Like, I'm like, come on, Anna. These people are not 8. They're not 8 years old like you are. You can't be having them. Somebody's going to get stuck, and we're not going to be able to help them because we're too far away. Somebody's going to hurt something. Oh dear. Okay, and then 6 more single stitches. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that worked. I did it right. I did it right on the first try. Sharon says, "Oh my gosh, I'm not that old." Hey, I would have trouble with the things that she's asking you guys to do. Okay, here we go. It's even smaller. Look at his nose is weird. Oh, there it goes. That's probably what's going to happen, right? It's going to kind of, nose is going to be bigger than the eyeball section. There we go. So weird. It's so weird right now. All deflated. Looks like a turtle head, like a ghost turtle head. Interesting. Tammy, I'm working on this guy. This little unicorn. So see, that's the unicorn's head. And now I'm working down the neck. Penny, you can get down, but you have to have help getting up. See, that's that's what I'm concerned about. People are getting down and then they can't get back up. That would be me. Okay, round 11. Move you guys around for a second. Oh, let's see. Round 11 is 6 single stitches, 6 decrease stitches, and 6 single stitches. Lynn just shows how special Anna is. Weeks later, we're still laughing about it. Yeah, that's true. Oops. I did not forget to put this stitch marker back in. run into problems. It's so easy to just take off and get going and not think about that. Okay. Yeah, so if anybody's watching who is not a part of Patreon, you ever wondered what the Patreon Zoom sessions are like? There you go. It tends to be once a month of Anna bossing everybody around, telling them to do crazy things and taking them on crazy adventures. And then the other session, we just hang out and chill and talk and catch up. Okay, did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. I think I'm not getting enough yarn out here. Chris, you fell last year in the snow by your house, and one of the workermen had to help you up. Oh, I'm glad you didn't get hurt. That's really scary, especially in the ice and snow. I remember when I was little, probably like 8 or 10 or something like that. Well, let's see. My mom was pregnant. So I think she was pregnant with my younger brother. So I must have been, yeah, I must have been like 9. And we were going around. I was a Girl Scout, um, like my whole childhood growing up. And so we were going around selling cookies, going door to door. Back then, you would walk around the neighborhood door to door to do cookie sales. And my mom slipped and fell in the ice while she was pregnant and sprained her ankle really bad. And neighbors had to come out and help her up. And yeah, we had to get home. I think she was in like a boot or something for a while. It was not good stuff. And then remember when we went back to Michigan before we moved to Florida, Aaron slipped and fell on the ice, pushing Anna's wheelchair. Anna wasn't in it. He was taking it to the car, just going too fast across the ice, and the wheelchair went whoop right out from underneath his hands, and he went whoop, feet up in the air, and landed on his ribs. Thankfully, nothing was broken, but it's never fun. I don't miss that at all, and I'm sure Aaron doesn't either. I'm sure my mom doesn't either. My mom comes down to Florida now for winter. She has for quite some years now. She doesn't want to be up there either. Did I just do that wrong? That was weird. That felt weird. I think this is the last one. Like I did something off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay, maybe not. Just seemed weird. It's definitely getting smaller. And I can totally see now why I was given the advice to do the eyeballs way sooner than, because they haven't even gotten to the eyeball part yet. And look how narrow this neck is getting. Four. You know, the other thing I have that we haven't done yet is that kinetic sand. I really wanted to try out the ASMR sand cutting one night. I just have to figure out how to set it up. Look how small that is. And now I'm about to I think flare the neck out again, but could you imagine trying to like get those? That would definitely be more difficult. Looks pretty good. Some bigger gaps here. Let's see. Michael says, I wonder if Anna's ever read up on the origins of unicorns, historically, myths, legends, and their symbolism. She has. And she and Erin have spent time learning about them as well. Tracy says, how do you do a decrease stitch? My daughter is stuck on her frock. Oh, here, I'll show you how. It's really, it seems complicated at first, but it's really easy. Okay, so try to get up as close as possible so you can see. So to decrease the stitch, you know how the V's, you can see the V's here, right? See V. And so normally you go through both sides of the V, right? When you're doing a crochet stitch. So you go into your loop here and then you go through the entire V like that. And then you hook your yarn and pull it through. Well, for a decrease stitch, you're not going to go through the whole V. You're only going to go through the front. So you poke through and you come through halfway. Can you see that? See how you come through halfway instead of going through the whole thing? So you only go through the front of the stitch, and then you do it again with the next one. So you do two stitches through the front. See that? So on the hook, you've got your loop that you started with, and then you've got two pieces of yarn. Those are the two stitches that you just went through. And then once you have all three of those on there, then you hook your yarn, just like usual, and bring it through the two front stitches. And you end up with the same thing as normal, right? Your two pieces like that. So you hook your yarn and you pull it through those two. And that's it. That's done. So hopefully that helps. I'm sure there's probably better, like as far as visibility, you can probably find a better tutorial on a YouTube video somewhere where like they do a better job of showing what's going on. Oh, thanks, Penny. I enjoyed the crossword too. I was just thinking tonight that we should definitely do crossword puzzles again because that was fun doing that with everyone. Richard, did Aaron win anything off his birthday scratch off tickets? He did not. Isn't that a bummer? Spent all that money on scratchy tickets and he was so bummed out because one of them was a $20 ticket and three of them were $10 tickets. And he didn't even get like $2 or $5 on any of them. Just a big fat nothing. Such a bummer. Anna's next business idea will be home injury with stuffy insurance. Who knows what she's going to come up with next after her selling solar panels by the roadside. Okay, so we're on round 12. We're going to do 2 single stitches and an increase stitch times 6. So 2 single. 1, that's 2. Now the increase stitch goes through the same hole twice. So we do once through that hole, and then another time through the same hole. Like that. Yep. And that's 1 time. We do that 6 times, so another 2 single. And increase. Oh my gosh. That was just 2, right? Hmm. One, 2. Whoops. At 3? I'm lost. I didn't put my marker in. Oh no, why? See, this is the importance. This is the importance of the stitch marker. Why did I do that? Shoot. I think that was 3. I'm going to count back 3 and see what it looks like. So that would be 1, 2, and 3 makes, no, 4, because there's 2 single. 1, 2, 3, 4 makes 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 makes 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 makes 3. So that would mean we started like here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't tell. What a nightmare. How am I going to know? Is anybody keeping count? Oh man, hold on, let me go back. I missed comments. Oh, thank you, Penny. Chris, has Anna ever stayed at your mom's house? No, Anna's never stayed anywhere overnight. She requires too much care that other people don't know how to do. It's not Richard, it's Rena. Rena, you got to go in and change your name, Rena. It's showing as Richard. You can go into your settings and change it. Beth, Nana, I'm not sure if you already explained this. Is there a possibility of a nice house less expensive that might help ease the stress off, or is it possible? Yeah, Beth, so we actually were looking. We spent like 4 months at the end of 2023 looking for houses. We went and looked at houses. We visited houses. The thing is, I wanted to find something like $1,000 less a month, and that's really hard to find in this whole, like, 1-hour radius of where we live. Florida's just more expensive than Michigan, and so the only way that we could find houses that were at least 1,000 or more less, but still decent and in a decent area was if we went, like, further away, and we didn't wanna add a whole bunch more drive time to our commute to Paley. So, we just couldn't find anything that worked. But we did look for 3 or 4 months. And the concern was too that our landlord was gonna raise the rent as much as he did last year, because last year it went up $600 a month. So, finally, towards the end of the year and, like, just before Christmas, I reached out and asked him what was gonna happen with the rent for 2024, and he said it was only gonna go up, like a third of that. So we said, because here's the thing, this was our logic, and I think it was a good decision. We have, a little small pot of money, like emergency fund, that we would have had to use to move, right? We would have had to spend months packing up this house, and I was in a lot of pain. I would not have been able to help Aaron carry things at all. I was in bad shape. So we would have had to pack up this whole house and everything, get rid of stuff, pack things up, whatever, clean it, all of that, to vacate it, move everything ourselves over to the other house because we don't have enough money to pay movers, don't have anywhere to charge it, and then pay the first and last month's rent and deposit and spend months getting settled in to a new house, only to have our rent be $1,000 less than what it is, and still not have enough to make rent, to make ends meet. So basically, we would have exhausted our entire emergency fund, spent months not being able to focus on making money because we would have been so busy, and still ended up losing our home. It just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to go through that. Why not, since the rent wasn't going up that much, stay put and put all of our energy into making more income to fix the situation so we didn't have to worry about it, and then, go from there. Like, we still do want to probably move this year, but it just didn't feel like the right time for it. It felt like we would have been shooting ourselves in the foot. At least now, if things don't work out, we still have that emergency fund, and we have a way to go somewhere and afford to take care of ourselves. If we had moved, we would have been totally screwed. Hillary says, solar panels by the roadside had me in hysterics, as did her suck it up vacuum cleaner company. I know. Nana, what's the ring? Darcy, it's for helping hold the thread. They were like super cheap. They were like $2, and you just pop it on your finger, and then this hook's there. It's been really brilliant. I love it because the yarn kept coming off of my finger, and it was really frustrating. I kept having to reseat it and reseat it and reseat it, and this is actually staying on with the ring there. I feel like this thing should be turned. I'm not sure why it's not facing my knuckle, but it works this way too. I guess because it really comes across like that at an angle. Yeah, this is genius. I wasn't sure. I asked people about it and they were like, no, I've never used one. But yeah, I love it. No problem, Tracy. You're welcome. I hope that helps. Yeah, Chris, I think I'm gonna have to start over. Tammy, you're having surgery on your shoulder? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, you and your mom were hit by a semi truck? And you guys are like, you're okay other than shoulder or what? I mean, that's crazy. I am so sorry that happened to you. Wow. Wow. Nikki says, you're renting a house. I'm renting an apartment. I'm wondering what the difference is rent between Rhode Island and Florida because my rent is high. Well, Nikki, back in Michigan before we moved here, I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo that was about 1,300, 1,330 square feet, something like that. And mind you, I had a really good deal on it. Most of the condos in my community were renting for about $1,850 a month, and I was renting mine for $1,425 because there's just a really, really generous and sweet couple. I was a single mom. They wanted, Anna and I to be taken care of, so they gave us a really good deal on the rent there. But 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo for $1,425 a month. We moved down here, and of course, we knew the rent was going to go up. No brainer. We're moving into a house, a house that's substantially larger, that has a pool, that's on a lake. But the thing is, compared to the other houses in the area, again, we found ourselves in a situation with a really generous landlord who gave us a really good deal, because we moved in here for $3,250 a month, and all the other houses in the area of similar size with a pool and whatnot would have been more like $4,000 a month at the time, 2 years ago. Well, then, so it was $3,250 a month the first year, but then Hurricane Ian came through, and all the insurance companies, like a bunch of insurance companies, bailed, and a bunch of other insurance companies raised their prices. And then I guess because so many people moved to Florida during the pandemic, the property taxes skyrocketed. So we found ourselves last year in a situation where, and it wasn't just us, it's like everyone in all of Florida, all of the property taxes went up like 26% in this area. I don't know if it was the same everywhere. I know they went up everywhere. I just don't know the percentage. But the property tax went up like 26%. And the insurance, the homeowner's insurance went up. And so the landlord had to pass that expense down to us, and it was $600 a month. So our rent went up $600 a month. And that was a huge jump. And we weren't prepared for that because our income actually dropped from 2002 to 2003 because of changes Facebook made in the algorithm. So it was like our expenses went up, but our income went down at the same time, and it just made 2023 very uncomfortable. And then we were doing okay though. Like we were just making ends meet, and we didn't have, like, I used to have enough money to donate, to help other people, to just literally I would just give away money because I only ever wanted enough to survive, and then the extra is for helping other people. That I strongly feel that. But by the end of 2023, we were in a position where I couldn't afford to do that anymore. I had to keep everything to pay our own bills. And then December 1st, Facebook made changes again and stopped paying out on the ads and the live streams. And that was detrimental because normally when we get off of a live stream on Facebook, we already have like over $100 or around $100 in ad revenue just from during the live stream. And now if I get off a live on Facebook, I have like $6. So that's a massive income difference. Um, so yeah, as of like December 1st, 2023, our income changed so drastically that we had to hustle. Like we couldn't, just can't sustain ourselves that way. So the rent went up a more reasonable amount this year, but we're already coming up from behind. You don't need to start over. Look for the last decrease because it will look different and count from there. Okay, thanks, Elaine. I'm gonna try to figure. That's what I'm gonna try to figure out. Let's see. Look for the last decrease stitch. It's hard to tell though. What do they look like? That's one there, I think. So I was doing 6 decreased stitches in a row. I think these are decreased stitches. Not sure about this one. One, two, three, 4, 5. I think this might be the 6 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if that's correct, then I would have started here. What did I have to do? 2 single and an increase. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been 2. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't know. Put myself in a pickle, guys. Look on the inside. Okay. Let me see. I'm so new to all of this. I don't really know what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? I mean, these are obviously decreased stitches because they span the length of 2 stitches. So I think this is the last decreased stitch right here. I really do. It's definitely wider than the others. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up to there, or let's see. Let's also do 6 regular stitches after that. 6. So I'm gonna back up to here. I'm gonna mark this next stitch as stitch 1. And then I'm just gonna back up and start over a little bit. And then I'll count when I'm done and see if it works. Come on. Get in there, you. Okay. So that would be stitch 1. And we would start here with our first increase stitch. However, now that looks like an increase stitch there. Yeah, that was an increase stitch there. So maybe I'm wrong. Can you count your rows from bottom to top? Emily, if it's a craft where I have to math, count me out. How do you change your settings? I'm not exactly certain, but there should be like, I mean, you have to poke around in the menus. You'll find it. Just click around in the menus and look for something that says settings, or look for the little cogwheel. I don't think you can do it while you're in the video, though. I will say that. I think you need to be out of the video on the main YouTube page. And then click on the menu there and see if you can find a place where it talks about settings. Excuse me. A hiccup. All right, let's see. Now, let's see, this looks like an increased stitch here. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still stand by, but then this, maybe I did too many. Maybe that's what happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because the first stitch would be under here. I don't know what I did, you guys. I don't know what I did. If we say this is stitch 1 of the last round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can clearly see that this is a decreased stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, I can't tell so much. That might be just a regular stitch that looks longer because it's at the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This, if that's correct, this would be all of the last round right here. This would be all of the last round. And then, okay, I'm going to do first stitch of the next round and mark it. We'll go back through and see what happens. So this will be stitch 1 of round 12. Turn the pickle into an olive. Oh gosh. Okay. So that's 1. And then we do 2. And then we do increase. So I think, speaking of my mom, I think she's going to be coming over to stay the night some point in the next few weeks. So that'll be nice to have a visit. Couldn't tell if I 1, 2. Maybe I should try out my stitch counters. Increase stitch, it might help me keep track better. Okay, so that's 2. I think so, Chris. I'm trying to be. We'll see what happens. I'm fumbling around with the yarn now. It's 1. It's 2. Increase stitch makes 3. And then 3 more. It's like hard work. It's 1. It's 2. And 1, 2 makes 4. One, two, and it looks right. 1, 2 makes 5. I'll do it one more time. Yeah. I mean, I guess of course it works, right? Because we counted them out this time. Do one last increase stitch, and that'll be the end of that row. That takes us back to the stitch marker. Okay. Huh. I don't know. Still looks, there's always looking like some kind of weird lizard. So now I have to do that 2 more times, but this time I'm do 3 single stitches and an increase stitch, and then the next round is 4 single stitches and an increase stitch. And then that'll be the end of the neck. Okay. I don't know why my mouth is so dry. Hold on one second. Well, see, today was the first time out since my back surgery last week, so I'm starting to feel the pain. If it gets worse, I may have to call it a night, take something to sleep. Oh, I hope it doesn't get worse, and I hope you're able to sleep well. Like I said last time, back surgery is no joke, but I'm so happy to hear that you're up moving around, because that really is the best thing for you. When Anna had her major double leg surgery, Dr. Feldman had them in there on day 3 after surgery. The second the swelling started going down, the therapists were in there moving her joints, bending her knees, straightening her legs, just getting her moving. And he doesn't do casts after surgery for that reason. So you can have mobility and movement, because you heal faster and better if you're moving it around. Now, back surgery, obviously a little bit different. There's parts that you don't want to move, but you want to keep your body moving. So I guess I don't understand fully, because I've never experienced back surgery, but a little bit from going through Anna's surgeries. Okay. Oh, thanks, Elaine. Mariella, you've been falling asleep around 9, sleeping 3 to 4 hours, up a couple 3, then sleep a couple more. Mariella, I've been doing that too for like a couple months now. I feel like I sleep for like 3, 4 hours, and then I wake up and I can't get back to sleep. And so I stay up for a couple of hours, then I go back to sleep and sleep for another 3, 4 hours. No, maybe another 2, 3 hours. Because I don't sleep 8 hours. I never have. My body just doesn't want to do that. Yeah, because some nights I'll go to bed around like 3, and I'll wake up 3:30. I'll wake up around like 8 in the morning to go to the bathroom, and then I can't go back to sleep. And then I'm up until like 9:30, 10, like right around the time Aaron gets up, and then I fall back asleep for a little bit. So yeah, broken sleep. It's weird. Lisa, good night. You're hurting too. Man, everybody's hurting. I'm so sorry, you guys. Not good stuff. Okay, so we're doing 3. So this is 1. So I'm going to do it and mark it. 1. My chronic pain has been better in the last few weeks. It really has. And I think I have only lost 12 pounds. So it's not like I've lost a ton of weight yet. But I think I really feel a lot of it is reduced inflammation. Oh, 2. So I still have aches and pains, but they're not as debilitating. They're not as severe. I've been able to get up and move around, and that's been really nice. A really nice change. I was really proud of myself on Aaron's birthday. I went to the store all by myself and walked around, did some last minute grocery shopping for like half an hour all by myself with no, I did not use the cart. I walked it and I was hurting, but I did it. And I was proud of myself for pushing through it because it definitely was scary those last few months of 2023 not having any kind of mobility. Thinking, is this what my life is going to be like now? Uh, 2. Is that 2? How many am I doing? 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2. So that's 3. That's halfway. Thanks, Chris. When my mouse is open to everyone after the testing is over, do I have to fill out a form to be accepted? What are you talking about, Nikki? I know, Hillary, if I would have walked any more than that, I would have had to use the scooter, absolutely. My back was screaming, but I was just like, "You know what?" Well, first of all, I didn't expect to be in there as long as I was, because I only, of course, I'm like, I've got like 5 things to grab. This will be like a 10-15 minute tops. But of course, then you see more things and you grab more things and it takes longer. But, by then I was already had a basket of stuff and I only had to pick up the cake and I'm like determined to finish it out. So, but yeah, I overdid it a little bit, but I did it. And that was a big change from where I was coming from just a month prior to. We've been wanting to get back to Disney because we have, season passes. We wanted to go to Magic Kingdom in January, and I'm like, we just cannot afford even a day trip unless we like pack a picnic meal, which we totally could do. But we ended up just not going. We were too busy. And Epcot is having I forget the name of it. Shoot, I lost count here. Epcot has like art festival thing going on, I think. So Aaron wanted to try and go this month. But I don't know if we're gonna make it. But if we do, I have to get a cart. I can't like that, I can't walk. Not yet. Still way too much pain going on. Did I do that twice or just once? Shoot. One, two, three. One, two. One, two, three. One, two. One, two, three. One, two. One, two. Three. Okay, so now I'm doing the increased stitch. Okay. And then that would be 4. So this would be the start of 5. 1, 2, 3. These ones are tight. Oh my gosh. And then increase. And then there should be the last. Yes. Yes. Thank goodness. Did not want to have to pull that apart and figure it out all over again. This yarn doesn't want to come out for me today. Doesn't want to come out of the bowl. And then the last increase. Okay. One more row. Yay. Oh, come on. I always jinx myself. Like, oh, spoke too soon. Oh, did you think things were going well? Psych. We can't have that now, can we? There we go. One more. Okay. Whew. This is intense. Why is stitching your neck so intense, dude? And why do you look more like a lizard than a unicorn? This weird. You're weird. You look like a sock puppet. Nikki, how are you going to keep the spammers out of my emails if it's open at the end of the month for everyone? Nikki, I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. Why would we keep spammers out of your emails? I'm confused. Studio in Florida starts at $1,300, and that actually seems inexpensive, Beth. We originally were hoping, of course, to be even closer to Paley, and after looking at prices down in the West Palm Beach area, or like even Jupiter, or out towards what's the name of that city that's like a half an hour west of West Palm Beach? Windermere? Or no, that's up here. That's up this way. What is the one that's down? Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it now. But anyway, like the house that we live in now if it were down in that area by where her medical treatment center is, it would be easy 6,500 a month. Easy. Like at least. That's how much the stuff down there is. So that's why we landed in the Orlando area to begin with, because it was so much cheaper than that part of Florida. But I don't know. Like I said, we do want to move this year, and we do want to get into something around $1,000 cheaper. So we may have to just deal with the added commute time. But we need to pay down some debt and save up some more money first, so we're not completely depleting everything in a move. And hopefully I'll be in much better shape and healthier and more physically able to help, so that we don't have to pay movers thousands of dollars. That's kind of where the plan is at. But who knows what's going to happen? We could lose everything next month. And like I said, at least we have an emergency fund to like get a place to stay temporarily or whatever. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen from one day to the next. Just I'm doing my best to try and put my head down and make some extra money and keep the bills paid, so that hopefully we don't have to go through anything devastating. Hopefully we don't have to lose our home before we're ready to leave. That's all I can do. And I'm already spreading myself quite thin, but I'm doing everything I can in my power to take care of Anna, because that's my job. That's what I always do. Okay, so we've got 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase stitch. That's 2. That one came through a little bit loose. Tighten it down. It always looks like, oh, it is pulling on that one, isn't it? Oh, I didn't put my stitch marker in again. Why? Why? Why do I do this? Why do I do this to myself? All right, but at least we know we just started the third one. So we're doing 4, so it's 6. So we'll count back 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be stitch 1. Don't know if it is, but it should be. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, that should be it. Okay. I don't know if that's right. I'm gonna redo this last increase stitch, the one that was a little too loose, and then start that over. Look how much it's pulling on that. Jeez. Jeez Louise, why? Don't do that. It's really pulled that one a lot. Yikes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I heard my husband moving around. So obviously he's still up. Babe? Babe? 1 and 2. I heard you moving around.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Editing the next video I'm going to put up tomorrow.
Did you get some drawing done?
Yes.
Did you finish any of the...
I just need to color in the first drawing.
Oh, they're getting color too?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Are you putting up a long video tomorrow or a short video?
A long video.
Cool. On YouTube?
Yeah.
You guys heard it here first. Long videos going up on Sketchy from their YouTube tomorrow. Can't figure out how to change my name. So one thing you can do, if you can't figure it out, is open up Google and type into Google, how do I change my username on YouTube? And you'll literally find hundreds of articles and videos and different things that you can use to help walk you through it. So that's my recommendation. If you can't figure it out on your own, always go ask Google, and someone else will tell you how to do it for sure. I've learned like pretty much everything practical the last 25, almost 30 years by asking my internet browser how to do it. Seriously, I laugh, but I'm actually not kidding. Like all of my adult life, that's need to know how to get a stain out, look it up on the internet. Need to know how to change a username on YouTube, look it up on the internet. Need to know how to change a tire, look it up on the internet. How to make a recipe, look it up on the internet. It's all there at your fingertips. Oops. 2, 3, and 4. And 2. Oh, I almost lost that one. All right, last bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. I actually did it right. It worked out. That's so exciting. 4. And I'm about to fight with this yarn. I'm about to have a throwdown with my yarn tonight. Does not want to cooperate. Okay. Did it. Done. Yay. I just think it's like a walrus, right? That's a walrus right there. Forget the unicorn. We're making a walrus. Do you guys see it? It looks like a walrus. I can't. Oh no. Good night, Erica. My mom would say, ask your computer. Yes, that's exactly right. Ask the internet. This thing is just silly. If it's like this, it looks like a walrus. If it's like this, it looks like a sock puppet. Just weird. Teresa, it's going to look nice when you're done. I sure hope so, because right now my hopes are not very high. But it's definitely interesting. I feel like it needs to, I don't know. I don't even know what it would go on the end of. Nothing makes sense. Okay, let's see. What's the next step? Adding the eyes. See, this is the point where they tell you to go put the eyes in. That would be a total pain in the butt. Absolutely. So, pro tip, if you're working on a woobles with this shape, I was told to put the eyes in when I got to like round 6 instead of waiting for when they said to in the instructions. And I think it definitely made life easier. So consider that. Let's go through the safety eyes instructions. Stuff it. Ooh, it's time to stuff it already? Really? Wow. Okay. Interesting. Oh, sorry, guys. I was thinking that we had to go way more down on the body before we did stuffing, but apparently we're stuffing it, so. And get some stuffing. It looks like a ghost. Yeah. Morning, Lorna. Good morning. Good morning. I'm grabbing a little bag of stuffing. Oh, Rhonda, you fixed it. It's awesome. Okay, so we have this bag of stuffing. Nothing special. Just a bag of stuffing. And here we go. I still think it looks weird, though. I really hope it looks better when it's stuffed because I don't see this shape. I'm not seeing it. But see what happens. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing it a little better. Sure doesn't look like a unicorn. I know, Lorna. I do think that there's more body left to do, but I think they're having us stuff the head right now. I feel like there's more body to be done for sure. So I'm just gonna get the stuffing going in there and see what happens. Jamelli, get off the door. Baby, call Jamelli. She just rolled into the glass French doors. It's not good. Hi, CP Hawaii. I don't know what your usual name is. Nikki, the new page Mighty Mouse. Sorry, I can't see if this comes out right. I can't double check it. Nikki, how come you can't see what you're typing? You typed the new page Mighty Mouse. You talking about Mighty Networks? What about Mighty Networks? You were asking about email though. Email doesn't have anything to do with Mighty Networks. Like I mean, you might get emails from them. I don't know. Do you guys see it? Maybe it's because it doesn't have the ears and the mane. Right? You're seeing it, Emma? Okay. Yeah, maybe once it has some ears and a mane, it'll to me it still looks like a lizard at this point for some reason. Weird. All right, what do they want us to do next after stuffing it? Rounds 15 through 17. So it's decrease stitches. Let's see. It is 3 o'clock. I might wait until next time. Darcy, oh yeah, clear as mud. No, the body is not long enough, Lorna. Definitely have more body to do. Well, I guess 3 more rounds of body because look, it's actually just all head, right? That sounded really inappropriate. It's just mostly just head and the neck, right? The neck is like actually not that long. So, and we're doing decrease stitches again. So really this is it. I mean, other than creating the roundness that's going to bring the body together, that's it. Okay. Oh gosh. I think it's time for me to go to bed. I'm going to start causing trouble. I have to remember that we are no longer 2 separate channels. On Facebook, we could get away with being rowdy on one page and leave the family page pure. But over here, it's all technically on one channel, so I need to be good. It's ridiculous looking right now, but we'll get it. We'll get it there. All right. I'm packing in Billy for the night. Stupid Billy. Billy the unicorn. I am not impressed with you. We'll get there, right? So next time. Tomorrow's coloring. So I'm gonna get this beautiful picture that Erin drew up onto our shop. And if you guys would like to grab yourself a copy so that we can color together tomorrow, I'll put that link up on the Facebook page so you can go snag one of these. All you have to do is download it and print it off of your own printer. That's all this is just a sheet of printer paper, basically. And it's Aaron's original artwork. He just drew it tonight. See? So we're going to color that together tomorrow. Friday night. It'll be our Friday night fun. All right. Everyone who needs to sleep still, go get some sleep. Sleep well. Thank you for hanging out tonight. And to folks like Lorna who are just getting up, have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.